and we're going to have a conversation about it. Be fun. Okay, this video is unavailable. All right, we're live here. We're going to talk a little bit about websites. We have Jessica on here. She is one of our website customers. And Jessica, you have been killing it come to our mastermind meetings, and you have a special event that you're doing pretty soon. Well, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm sponsoring our county's local bar association golf tournament. So I wanted my website ready in time so that makes a good first impression and it looks professional.
Yeah, and you actually are someone who's very particular, like I am, about your website and what it is that you want to see in a website. And so it's pretty cool. And I'm really excited to dive into that a little bit. So I'm doing a quick screen share here. And let me go to your website. Here we go. So one of the things we saw right away is just like how professional and high design it looked, but it's always room for improvement, right? And so what I want to talk about today is I love your website. I think the design is great. Now it's just about the fine tuning of it, right? And
Yeah.
so I'm definitely going to dive into some SEO stuff that I'm going to show you, but also for anybody who's watching this or watching the replay, you as a website customer actually have the ability to log in. At Mighty Website Builder, we actually have the ability for you to come and just log in to your own website. And once you're logged into your website, there's the dashboard. A lot of people don't know this. Most of our customers don't know this. So I wanted to like just kind of highlight this. This is another website I have, one of the companies I own. And so you can see just like in the last 7 days, you can if I'm running ads, this is super important because I can see how many visitors I'm getting. Okay, it's super important for you to be able to log in. Have you seen this yet on yours?
I have seen it, but it went live
Mhm.
last night. So yeah.
That's true. That's true. All right. So you can hear me okay, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, and if you have contact us forms, you can actually click on engagement and it'll show you. Obviously, I don't have any contact us forms. I send everybody to an online order form, but yeah. And then if you come over here to, you can actually look at the last 30 days, you can look at different parts of that, but and if you go to um SEO, you can actually come in here and actually monitor your SEO. And we have different tools depending on the permissions that are set. If for some reason something isn't showing in your portal, I can go in and actually change it to add it so that it will start showing so that you can make those edits or do the things. Pretty much we try to make everything available. Um, See, it says Google My Business profile is not connected yet. Google My Business is a separate company. We just link to it. But if you have it connected to the website, what happens is it'll show a preview of the website. These are a couple of meta tags for new pages that were created, right? So you can see errors. It will tell you in your SEO if there are specific errors that need to be fixed. And if you have hundreds of pages, like some of my websites have hundreds of pages, I could quickly scroll through and see which ones need to be fixed, right? So let me see if I can, let's go ahead and edit. So right here on the overview, you can actually click on edit. This is probably I've used GX, what is it called? Wix and a bunch of other platforms. And we partnered with a software company and we were able to put this together, Mighty Website Builder. And it is by far the best builder I've ever been a part of. And so I'm really excited to be able to offer that to our customers. So, well, a couple of things. Have you seen this over here yet? Are you familiar with this yet?
I don't have that many options when I log in.
I believe that. I
Yeah.
believe that. So, so if anything I go over today is something that you don't have and you want access to, and we can make it available, okay? Because nothing here is crazy. The
Okay.
probably the only thing we don't make available is the source code, because we're basically building a $10,000 website, for $500 or whatever the setup fee is at the time you're watching this. And we, and then you just you basically we host it for you. So yeah, we don't make the source code available. You can buy it if for some reason you wanted to go. You can actually buy the source code, and we sell it for like anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 for the source code. But why would you want to do that? You have awesome service and design and everything. So a couple of things is you have rows, little sections, and then you can add sections. So the biggest thing people need to know is your pages are over here, and you can actually like move pages around, but you can also come up here and quickly select a page and move to it. So same thing, it's just this one's on the top bar. One of the things nowadays, everybody's on their mobile phone. Does your website optimize for mobile? See, if you go to my home page on the desktop, you don't see these cool little links. If you ever nowadays with Linktree and all this with social media, you need to have buttons that they can click that will quickly take them to where you want them to go. Right now, do you have that set up right now? Uh,
Yes, ours
okay.
does.
Oh, perfect. I love it. Yeah, Desi's so good with that. And anything you don't have, you can actually see it on iPad too. I really don't focus on the iPad view too much. Yeah, no, it's okay. So, because there's some people who use it, but pretty much it's gonna pretty much match your whatever you have on your desktop. So, all right. So the other thing is once you get your pages, each individual page, this is what I'm gonna do for you that I don't have Desi do, is go through each of these tabs and change the SEO. So like I have a different home page because I run testing. So like, do attorneys prefer to be highlighted and have like an attorney portal section, or do they prefer, or is it better just to have like or like three options here? So I test it every so often. I will change my homepage to test and see where I get higher conversions. Do I get better conversions? They click on the buttons here, or do I get better conversions when they go? This is not something to stress about too much, but it is a part of marketing to understand A/B testing, where does A work better or B? And then once you realize A works better, but then you learn a new tool, you can add that tool and call it C. What's better, A or C, right? See, and you keep going, the A/B test. There's some drop downs to help keep things organized. So like all my services, I can move them over. So you can actually move these like in line. And essentially what this is doing is it's putting them, categorizing them for how they're going to show up over here. If for some reason you don't want them to show up, you just click these three dots and go hide on all. In this case, it's already hidden. Um, yeah, it's already hidden because I want them to use these um well, that whole page is hidden actually, but this home page right here has these three boxes. That's what I'm testing right now to see if that one converts better. But if you wanted to have a bunch of tabs across the top, you could. And then if you click on each one, you can actually see the SEO, edit page SEO. And so I have this, and then I kind of painstakingly go through all of the primary cities where my company e-files and provides service and process, and put in the different keywords that I think match what they're looking for. And so this is one of the things I'll do for you too, looking at the cities, counties. That's probably something to make a note of actually. Just make a list, even though I'm sure you've went through some of that already. For me, make a list of the cities, even the little
Okay.
towns, the counties, and then of course your services. And I'll put it into my tool, and I'll make sure all your SEO is lined up on each of your pages, because each page that's not a folder, each page that's not a folder or a link will have SEO. Let's see. And then that was a folder too, actually. So yeah, see, this one has SEO too. So do you have any questions about that, Jessica?
Nope.
Awesome. So this right here is our widget section. And as you can imagine, if you've ever used a builder at all, you just take things and drag and drop them, which is pretty cool. Um, One of the things that I really like is that you can add these blog posts to anywhere. And so if you wanted to have a blog post on a page somewhere, your homepage is like prime real estate, so I wouldn't change it. But if you wanted to put a blog post somewhere on the side of your services or something like that, it could be good. So on your services page, when somebody clicks on one of the services, on the right hand side, you could have a blog post that just adds more credibility to you. I don't know if I would focus on that though. I'm just saying it's a feature of the builder. I probably wouldn't focus on that at all because your website, the purpose of it is to get new customers, right?
Hmm.
One of the cool things with the videos, okay, so let's say you go to your about page, which I don't even have highlighted here right now. But if you go to your about page, where did I put it? You should have an about page. I think I took mine off of here. But wherever you have it, you can actually add a video. So if you come over here, let's say this is my about page, you can actually do a video where you have where it's so easy to do this. Like back in the day, you used to have to pay for a special video like hosting company, or you have to pay these guys extra money or whatever. But you can actually add a video, and all you have to do is paste the YouTube link in here. That's it. And it'll audit.
Okay.
And the reason why that's important is because back in the day, if you uploaded a video, like actually put the video on your website, the video wouldn't load right away. So Google, as Google's advanced in over time to like rank websites differently, they have decided that if you join, like if somebody comes and joins your website, like, or I'm sorry, visits your website and they see a video and they're waiting for it, like however many seconds it takes for that website to fully load is how long it's going to rank differently. And so you can't have a website where the video has to render, like has to like come up on the screen. It should be on YouTube so that it immediately let the whole website load right away quickly, and that video is just there for waiting for them to click on it so it doesn't have to load, if that makes sense. And so it doesn't hurt you. That's the biggest thing with website building if you want to rank better on Google is not doing the wrong things. If you do the wrong things, what's going to happen is your website's going to have little errors and little things in it that Google's going to see and go, it's like a risky ant. The ant comes over and she's like worried about all the steps and the bacteria and the germs and the kids with scissors and right. That's what Google is. When Google looks at your website, they're like, I don't know, our customers are really important. They're our browser people who are browsing the internet are very important. We don't want to scare them away from Google and have them start using Yahoo or one of these Bing or one of these other ones.
Okay, I'm gonna call you back. My meeting.
Hi Shayna, how are you? Oh, she muted. Well, welcome. All right, yeah. So we're just kind of going through some stuff here about website, talking about it because Jessica just got her website launched, and so we're talking about that. One of the cool things is if you sign up for the business level. So we're just talking about how you can actually make edits yourself after the website goes live, which is really cool because we do all of it for you. We design it and everything. Desi does a really good job of designing your website. Um, and we're gonna actually look at that a little bit. Well, I'm using features I didn't know I had. Okay, so we're gonna actually look at that a little bit. So this is Jessica's website. I like returning customers. That's interesting.
Even though it goes to the same place, it's nice to make them feel special.
So eventually, if you have like a software setup like PST or something, that's why I clicked on it because I wanted to see where it went. I'm like,
Yeah.
interesting. I have to click on that. What does that do, you know? And this having the phone number right under the button was I didn't even notice it. Um, when I first saw it, I didn't see it at all, and so everything looks great here. But then now I'm looking, I'm like, why is it under the button? Why is it as big as the button? Why is it all these questions in my mind? But actually, it does work. This is why Desi's so much better than me at designing, because sometimes things don't work, sometimes they do. But if it doesn't work for you, then it definitely doesn't work. Like you're the person, this is your website. You have to decide what works for you and what doesn't, right?
Right.
But overall, the concepts are the same. You know, the idea is people should be able to come here and quickly see. I would bring this up. Like, this is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. This is beautiful and it's high design. So we want to like keep that. But I'd probably bring the white up to like right here.
Yeah, there's a lot of areas where it takes a while to get to the text, to the meat of it.
Right, exactly. Because this is prime real estate. Right here in the eye level is prime real estate. This is what you want right here. I want to come to this page and immediately see, if not right here, then maybe right here. See
Hmm.
what I'm looking for. So, and again, this is not that it's bad or anything. Desi's a designer. That's what she does. Like, I'm a marketer, SEO person. So, like, when I look at this, I'm like, okay, cool. It's beautiful. But is the person going to take the time to scroll?
Hmm.
They will scroll a little bit. And if they see what they're looking for right away, it's fine. But it's almost unnecessary. Like a professional, like, you know that it should be up a little higher. You know this. Like, if you've been doing this for a while. The other thing too is this picture can be shifted up. I can already not see the top of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I
if you
asked her, and it might be something with the picture itself. She said she couldn't like zoom in or out, or I don't know. So
yeah, sometimes
maybe I pick something different if it doesn't work.
yeah, you can pick another photo, but either way, you because you want to if you want to see the lake, but
Yeah.
either way, you could drag this up, this white up, and this will just kind of move up a little bit. This can
Okay.
also be centered, you know. It doesn't
Hmm.
have to be, I like it on the side, but if you drag it up and it's too close to this, you could center it. Um, let's see. I'm like critiquing our own design. If Desi's watching this, she'd be freaking out. She's so funny. 4 attempts in 8 days. Oh, I like that. It's a part of the button.
Yeah.
Four
That way,
attempts.
if you don't want to read the small text, you can just read the buttons.
Yeah, 4 attempts in 8 days. How much? Oh, there's the big number right there. 4 attempts in 8 days, 135. Okay, that's great. I wonder if they make them every day, 4 days in a row, or every other day. They're having thoughts, but that's okay, because they're like, let me click, and then boom, where's it go?
The order form, is that
Okay,
right
I
or
like
no?
it. No, no, no. I love this actually.
Okay.
But in the future, and this is not near future, this is just at some point in the future, um, this is perfect, okay? But at some point in the future, you could have a page, or rather than have another page, actually, it would be even better to have what does this domain? Yeah, service to process. So have this page be the one when you click here, it actually takes them down to an area above this, probably right here somewhere,
Hmm.
that breaks down in detail.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It could. It could. And then the only reason for that, by the way, the only reason for that is for Google. Because
Okay.
Google will take that information and put it on their website, like literally on the search section. So when they look for process server, so like for example, do you have a FAQ section right here? You don't right here. That's on the homepage.
It's in the navigation. I don't think it's linked in the home page. It's just at the top.
Which one is it?
FAQ.
Oh, so what I would do, okay. Oh, this is good. It's good to have a FAQ section. What is this? Please come down. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. This is good. But if I had to bet money, it'll never be seen.
Okay.
It'll never be seen because people are on your homepage and then they're going, and it's good to have this. Don't get me wrong. It's good to have this, but if I'm scrolling and I'm somebody who wants to hire you for service or process, I'm like, so take a step back and think, I'm a single mom. Okay. And it's hard to imagine with my beard. I'm a single mom. My ex, I just left him, whatever terrible situation, because I know you can relate on some level as a human on this earth, I'll say. Okay. You are in a situation where you got to file papers and you got to get them served, but you don't know what you know. See, that's the thing. When before I became a process server, got served divorce papers, was crying on the courthouse steps, thinking I'm going to lose my kids. I was never good with paperwork, not good, great in school. And I'm looking at these legal documents that I have to fill out. And I'm looking at her legal documents, trying to use them as like a template, kind of like trying to see if where do I put my name? Where do I put her name? Because they just say fill them out and you file this answer, you know. And I hadn't seen my kids for a few weeks. Take that emotion and
Mhm.
that mindset that you're going through, and think to yourself, they're on my website now. That person is on my website now and they want to order from me, but they don't, okay, I know I need a process server. Service of process. Okay, introducing elevated standards. County. Oh, this is my county. Good, good. Return. I'm not a returning customer. This is probably what they'll do. They'll probably
Mhm.
call you. So knowing that they're calling you, this is just my off the cuff what I'm thinking, right? If I'm that person back in the day, I'm calling you. But who's you? Is this going to be a secretary, somebody like that? And I'm just off the top of my head. I'm probably going to get some secretary lady. Hopefully it's not like a law firm. Is this a law firm? I don't know. So I'm calling and I'm saying, yeah, I'd like to get a process server. You guys do that stuff, right? Is that a thing you guys do? Yeah, yeah. You're like immediately, yes, because this is what we do. So Um, so nothing here is bad, okay? But being in the industry, someone sees this and people see they see the paper being handed, it's a good chance they're gonna connect all the dots and they'll be fine. But that person is so far removed from what we do that you have to try to see it from their perspective. So when they come down, and they go and they service a process, or process server or whatever you put here. Is the word process server in here somewhere? Okay, we should put process server in here somewhere. Okay.
So the FAQ you're talking about should be
Yeah, so that was my
near the
point.
top
Yeah, so
or
that was
like,
my point. I would actually put no for Google. That was the conversation we were having about serving Google. A really good place to put the FAQ section is at the very bottom. Because people on the homepage, because people will scroll and they might see it. They might click here, they might see it. But more importantly, the FAQ section is not about them seeing it. It's actually about Google seeing it as your domain. So this is your main domain. So you should, and this is something I'll help you with. It's not a big deal. We can actually copy this FAQ. We can actually just take this section and copy it. Literally hit right click copy and come over here to the home page and we'll just paste it somewhere down here. That way Google sees it. And then what happens is what you should do on a regular basis is just keep coming back to this, keep coming back to your FAQ section until it's 100 million miles long. Okay,
mhm.
let me show you. Do I have it up here? Let's see. Is this it? Oh, this is the California page I'm working on. So if you click on my home page, this is an example of what I'm talking about. If you click on my homepage and you scroll down, you have the directory or whatever, you have some reviews. But if you come down here, look at this FAQ section.
Is there a way you can sort of, if you're gonna have 200 questions, 100 questions, can you like have keywords and then they click it and it kind of sorts them or
Mm.
not really?
No, because and here's the reason why, because FAQ section is meant to be like static text on a page where Google will find it and say, wow, this page, mightyprocessserver.com, answers all of these questions related to process serving. We're going to
Mhm.
start ranking them first. And if there's other pages specific to a city, a state, a service, all combined, Google's like, well, let me show it to everybody. And that makes sense, right? Because if I'm searching for a process serving education program in your city and I have a page about it, then it's probably going to show up. It just makes sense, right?
Mhm.
So your question though is like more related to like making it more user friendly. So when it comes to that on your website, let me go back. Where did I go? Right here. Yeah, so in what you're talking about is actually more like your blog.
Okay.
So you, yeah, so like I have like a thing here too. So what you would do is you would go on your blog, and you create content. So this is actually a really good point. I'm glad you asked. So like when it comes to all the FAQs, oh, it's an anchor. That's why. So when it comes to all of the FAQs, is you can actually, oh yeah, I did that on this website too. You should write a blog post about each and every single question when you think about it, right? Like
Yeah.
this, like our core focus with the 123 file is e-filing. So what is e-filing? I should have at least a 500 word blog post about what is e-filing? Where did it come from? Why are we doing it? Why is it mandatory? Where is it mandatory? Right? So answering those questions. So your question about is it searchable? Yeah, actually, technically it is. If I do a blog post about each of these sections inside of my blog, I don't know why it's saying welcome. I have some in here already, but you actually have a search. So anywhere on your website, specifically on your, do I have a blog page set up? I don't, let me see articles. Oh, yeah, here it is. So here you go. So on your blog post, on your blog page, I call them articles, but you can actually put this search thing. You can call them whatever you want. Call them articles, blog posts, search our database, search our archives, you call it whatever you want. And then all your blog post, and then this widget is essentially a you can put multiple, you can choose which ones you want to throw in there. Um I don't remember what this is. What is this? If I made easy.
Hi, my name is Mike Reed and I am the E5.
Okay, yeah. So I basically break down for them once they log into the portal how to use their e-filing account once they log in. So you could do a video where you're screen sharing and just saying, "Hey, this is how you order online. Once you fill out this form, we're gonna get it." You know, you could do a video like that. It's just professional. It shows people that they're gonna be taken care of, basically. And I just plugged that in underneath my article page, right? I didn't have to put it there. I could have put it anywhere, but I put it there, and I also put a FAQ section, the same FAQ section that I have on the homepage. Because if they scroll down, if they're a scroller, which some people are, they say FAQs are like, what is he? Oh yeah, maybe my question's here. You see, I didn't put a whole bunch here. I put the main ones for this one. But on the home page, you can do a different FAQ if you wanted to. That was just that is just like comprehensive because that's your main website, right? So you want it to be, you want your main FAQ section to be comprehensive and include as many. And I would keep going. Like someone who's a scroller, once they get to the bottom of your website, they're just scrolling anyway, so they're gonna go, okay, let me just go back up. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll look at the questions and think like, what's my question? And here's the most important part about this. If their question is on your homepage, Google is gonna take that question because this, look at this, because this little section is FAQ schema. What is schema? Schema enables Google to include FAQs about your business directly on their search results page. So powerful. So powerful. So once you understand that, you start doing that, you start adding these questions, Google will find them, it will index them. It will index it in its little portfolio of information of things about legal services in your area. This is why I always say, like, it's better to become a big fish in a little pond than it is to try to be this like little fish. We're nationwide. Everyone's saying we're nationwide. I get it. I was the same way. I was the same way. And even now I say nationwide because I don't want all the business. I just want people that e-file in my courts that I'm a part of that are willing to pay a premium to serve in any state because I can pay you, anyone else, their fee, whatever it is, if they're paying me $147 for a service.
Yeah.
So, but that's a different business model because I have such a high volume of e-filings that come in. But my business model before was so very localized. This is kind of what I teach people. I teach you guys is to like focus very local so that you can become the big fish in that little pond. And then once you are, everyone will know it. And when you start going to these other towns that are close by, it'll be easy because you'll already have resources in your town, which is very close by. Resources meaning an extra server when you're not in the area, an attorney who will let you print at their office because they're just outside of town a little bit because you need to print something on the fly. Um, yeah. So. Well, I think that was good. Anybody who's watching this, if you're, if you have questions, you can definitely become a part of the community. MightyProcessServer.com is a community that teaches process serving. I teach, but I also have a lot of other people that have a lot of experience that come into the meetings that have been around forever. I met with some old friends yesterday, Mike Kern and Jason Burke. Jason comes into some of the meetings, and these people have been in business for a long time, have hundreds and hundreds of reviews, make millions of dollars a year as a process server. Some people think, most people actually think that process serving is just like a part-time job. If you stick it out long enough, you put in the effort on a regular basis, and you can build something pretty cool. You can build something that pays all your bills, build something that you could sell one day. I know a lot of people who've sold their company for millions of dollars. But it's not a get rich quick scheme, it's a business. It's like if you're starting a courier company or a trucking company or a dumpster company or whatever company you were going to start, you got to get eyeballs on your business, knowing what you do. The people who might hire you for what it is that you do, they need to, when they need you, they need to be able to find you. We're in a different kind of business, right? Because like in real estate sales, you can convince an investor to sell their house when they weren't going to sell it. They're renting it out. You call them, hey, if you can get the right price, would you consider selling? Blah blah, and you could create revenue out of nothing. This is one of the reasons I loved real estate, and I focused on it for the last few years. But now that I've done really well, and I'm just kind of like semi-retired, I'm like, you know what, I want to give back, and so this is a way of creating a community where I actually feel like I'm helping people, lift people up, and take them to a level that I've been down, a road that I've been down, and so I'm really enjoying it. I appreciate you guys. Jessica, I love that you come, that you're so engaged and ready to blow up. And I want that for you. I want to see that, I'm a little bit about the golf thing. I'm a little bit, anytime you put money out there for marketing or sponsoring events and stuff, it's like you kind of it's like loaning a friend money when they're unemployed.
Oh,
You,
yeah, it was a little amount. It's like 250. So,
okay.
and the rest is my time. So I just want like, that impression of my logo, just people seeing it more often.
Yeah,
It makes you
exactly.
trust it in a natural way
Yes, that's
over time.
branding. Exactly. That's good. That's what social media does too. That's what sponsoring events, being a part of that definitely. Yeah, so I love it. I want to see and hear feedback too. When you get a client, you get some big wins, I want to hear about it. And your friend too, anybody who is in the community who wants to grow, I'm here to help. Like you guys can direct message me inside of school. And of course, the videos, like I haven't been putting out videos like I used to, and I'm getting ready to. I've been testing Instagram, whether I want to create a new account or not. And so I have a couple. One of the automation things that I do, it starts with Instagram. I wish it didn't, but it does because of the way the tools work. But I'll post on Instagram and it'll auto post to TikTok, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, like it goes everywhere. And so I'm getting ready to start doing like, 4 or 5 reels a day and then one long form YouTube video a day. And as I do it, I tend to just go all in. I'm just doing it. And then no one, you see me doing it and you see all the videos I'm putting out, but you don't know how or why. Well, you might know why a little bit, but not how. And I would like for you guys to know that because if you do that, I mean, you don't even have to do it to the level I'm going to do it. You could do just half of what I'm going to do, post 2 videos a day on the reels, the short form videos. and post one video a week, and you would be doing 1,000% more. This is a rough estimate, right? 1,000% more than any other process server out there. And you will, I wish I would have done it back in the day. One of the reasons I grew back in the day is I pounded the pavement. I literally went to every attorney, every paralegal, brought flowers, brought coffee, brought a good attitude, right? And people, it's contagious. People are like, can you go, can you go serve something? One time I was, someone from Albuquerque. All right. I better answer this. Hold on one sec, guys. One sec. My Suburban, I hit a deer and they completely totaled the front end of my car. And I should be getting it back any day now. I've been driving this rental truck. It's a Ford. And I'm just so miserable. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure that wasn't that. But yeah, I don't know what I was saying, but finding opportunities to grow your company and pounding the pavement, going out there, this is what it's all about, This is how you get good stuff going. So I'm full tilt right now building this directory out. I'm trying to make sure that it's going to rank in every city in the country. And so if you guys have the time and desire to write an article, see my website's going to be primarily search based, right? That's what Google likes. That's what Google ranks usually. So it's going to have a lot of content about different states and stuff. But if you wanted to have a specific article, think about this for a second. I'm charging for directory listings, right? This is essentially saying someone's going to find my website because of the content I'm creating, and then I'm going to give you that lead because they're going to look and see you on the side. I'm going to give you that lead. But what if you made an article that ranked just like side of all the articles I'm making that are showing the local stuff, and you're highlighted as the person, and you're highlighted as the professional in that local area as the contributor, it's going to help your website rank better. It's going to show you as the professional if they're looking in that area. And it's way better than a directory listing.
Mhm.
It's 1,000 and it's free. You just got to
Yeah.
take the time to create the content, create the article. I put it on my website. I'll help make it great. If you're not sure, you may be better than me at it, right? But you can create it and then I'll curate it, make sure that it's like good for Google. It has the different elements for Google, and it could be a good learning experience for you too. As we go through it, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna add this, make a video, and we'll use some AI tools and make a video that's what I'm doing for all the states. I'm going all in. All the marketing stuff I know, I'm putting into this website. And Process Serving has never seen this before. Like ServeNow got close, but they missed the mark. They just fell short of the mark because they sold and they stopped pushing when they could have kept going. And so I'm gonna pick up where they left off, and we're gonna soar way farther than they have. And I'm excited. I'm excited. It's gonna take a little while for it to rank like first, but it will.
Yeah, keep going. We're excited for you.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And so if you're local city, you want to do an article, just think about a topic. It doesn't have to be breaking, I promise. It could be simple as, you know, um, a new law comes out or a new thing that affects process serving at all. Um, it doesn't have to be process serving, but it should be closely related. A cousin, close cousin. If it's courthouse related, government related, like a new city ordinance that now allows you to park on your lawn. I don't know. You could do an article about that, but that's like third cousins. You want it to be like first cousins. You want it to be just one over. The court now allows parking in for the public and whatever. You can add that. Now, whoever reads it, you might think like, yeah, Mike, but who's going to do that? Well, think about it. This is a question. I don't want to assume people know what I'm talking about. The person that we talked about earlier who just needs someone served, they don't care about that. They don't care about any of that. Google does, and Donna does. And I always come back to Donna because Donna's the one who has to send out 10,000 papers next year. And her job is on the line to make sure that she chooses the right person. The attorney asked her to go do some research and find the right person. So when Donna sees that article and goes, because she went on Google and Google showed you because the directory is ranking on your website too when you do your own articles, and she's going to read through that and go like, wow, these guys are really in tune, in touch with the local community. If you're in touch with the local community, what are the chances that you actually live in the community, serve the community, will answer your phone, and you're a part? This is your business. They're really high chances. And so she's going to call and she's going to want an interview. She's going to want to look at your website. What are your core values? Like, this is the kind of stuff that gets you contracts. I'm not saying it's fun. And I'm not saying it's like, the easiest thing to do. Now Chat GPT, it's like you have none of us have an excuse anymore because Chat GPT will just like, if you doubt, if you're somebody who's watching this and is like, yeah, but it's like Google and they spin out. No, every day it advances 1,000 times. This is something I heard 1,000 times of the speed and intelligence that it was that when it was very first released. Every day. So I went on there, I created a children's book. I said, write a children's book, whatever. And it gave me a bunch of details. And then I said, rewrite it with these children's names. Replace this guy with this guy. And it wrote a whole like storyline with my kids. And one is the enemy, one's the knight, one's the princess. And then I said, and now make it where it includes a private investigator who helps them find the princess and name him Mighty Mike, And so I kept adding these elements, and ChatGPT wrote the whole thing, and it was like an 84-page, like, this is a book, And so you take your creativity and its basic formats for what it knows to be true about a good story, and it creates a great story. So do that with your blog posts. If you have an idea, use the ChatGPT to write your privacy policies, all the boring stuff. Don't let it be an excuse anymore that you can't do it, because you can. It's all out there. So, okay, guys. Well, I got lots of fun things to do. If you have any questions, I'm here standing by. Shayna, real quick, or either of you guys, do you have any questions?
No.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and good luck, Jessica, on your deal. And
Okay, thank you.
Good luck.
Yes,
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you guys next week. All right.
All right.